How can you use your imagination as the gateway to reality? That's what I want to talk about today, and as always, here at the Neville Goddard Decoded podcast, I will start the episode with a direct quote from Neville Goddard. So here's what Neville has to say to imagination and how it can become the gateway to reality. Imagination is the very gateway of reality. Man, said Blake, is either the ark of God or a phantom of the earth and of the water. Naturally, he is only a natural organ subject to sense. The eternal body of a man is the imagination. That is God himself, the divine body. Jesus, we are his members. I know of no greater and truer definition of the imagination than that of Blake. By imagination, we have the power to be anything we desire to be. Now think about what Neville Goddard says here. Is either the ark of God or a phantom of the earth and of the water. Naturally, the eternal body of man is the imagination, that is God himself, the divine body. And in this sentence is so much of what Neville Goddard always talks about when he says the God within, which is basically the state of the I am. And this is something, by the way, that also Dr. Joe Dispenza addressed in the last week-long advanced retreat that I went to, which was in Vienna in Austria, where he said something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing right now, you just have to give people the belief that they have to look for God in the external, outside of them, and they will never look within them. And this is again closely related to what Neville Goddard says about the I am, that I am God, I am the creator, I am the one who has the power to create my own reality. And that's why I love this sentence so much. Imagination is the very gateway of reality. It is the gateway of reality in the sense that you create your reality with your imagination. I mean, for example, when I think back to my healing journey, I created my healing by going into the imaginary act and seeing myself jumping up and down again, seeing myself being able to play basketball again, seeing myself doing a layup again. I mean, for me back then, my big manifestation goal was to be able to play basketball again because I love basketball. And yes, that's why I also love the fact that Germany won the championship, the world championship, in fact, for the very first time, I think. So yeah, that was a great example of imagination turning into reality, because a lot of the players, I'm very sure, even though they might not believe in Neville Goddard, they've imagined themselves winning over and over again, and then they created it in their physical reality. And what you can do with your imagination is truly incredible. I mean, when I think back to my life, not just my physical healing journey, where I then suddenly, out of nowhere, received direct downloads from the universe with certain amino acids I've never thought of, and I was guided to the right people, and it was just a magnificent journey when I look back at it. Of course, during that time, I had so many dark nights of the soul, so many moments where I wanted to give up, so many moments where I said, I just can't anymore. I can't do this anymore. Nothing works, it doesn't get better, but for some reason, I just didn't give up, and I continued to go into the imaginary act, and it's exactly what I want you to do. And even if right now you're completely healthy and you don't want to heal anything physical, you might want to manifest more abundance. Maybe you want to have more money in your life. You want to experience more freedom in your life. And again, as Neville Goddard says, imagination is the very gateway of reality. So you define in this moment what kind of reality you want to create by looking for certain pictures, or let's better say by coming up with pictures, by creating pictures, by creating little movie scenes that represent your state of the wish fulfilled. So for example, when I started out on my money manifestation journey, for me, my number one goal was to manifest so much financial abundance that I can live wherever I want at any time of the year. Because for me, and I know for you that might sound a little bit funny or weird, but for me personally, I don't like winter at all. I don't like the typical European weather. I'm not a big fan of it. And Even years before I discovered the law of attraction, I remember how I was standing at the train station, waiting for a train to take me to an office where I didn't want to be, in the middle of the winter, and it was cold, it was freezing, and my shoes were wet, and I was grumpy. And even back then, I asked myself, there must be more to life. That can't be it. That just can't be it. I can't do this for the rest of my life. I can't just every day wake up at 6 a.m. being tired, being at this train station where I don't want to be, living in that city that I don't want to live in, living in that country, which was Germany, that I didn't want to live in, going to the office where I didn't want to work, freezing my butt off, where at the same time I could be sitting somewhere at a beautiful apartment right at the beach with a swimming pool and enjoying 30 degrees Celsius. For me back then, even years before I ever stumbled upon the law of attraction, years before I ever went through my own healing journey and, well, first my own sickness journey, because the universe had to give me a big slap in the face for me to wake up, but that's another story. Years before that, I imagined sometimes, and I still remember that now so vividly, I imagined while I was sitting in the train and everybody was just looking so grumpy, because I mean, if you've ever been in a train, especially in Germany in the morning, you will see the most grumpy faces you can possibly imagine. Everybody tired, everybody like, I don't want to go to the office, what am I doing here? And I was just sitting there, and my thoughts were just going left, right, and center everywhere just to escape that reality. And that was, even back then, without me realizing it, the start of me creating this gateway of reality, of me creating my new reality. I mean, I still remember from one job that I had that I was fired from, and which is actually kind of funny because I was fired from it as an affiliate manager, and they said I don't have what it takes to be an affiliate manager. And nowadays I work with so many companies where affiliate managers are actually contacting me because they want to work with me. Well, how the table turns, or turntables, or tables turn, however it's called. Anyway, you get what I mean. And I remember back then I was visualizing, not just visualizing actually, while I should have done my work, I was just looking at pictures of tropical paradises, of the beach, of palm trees, coconuts, and I was like, oh, that's the life I want. Get me out of this gray, dark German city with all these serious people. And yes, back then I wasn't aware of it, but that was my gateway of reality. And I created my reality step by step. And yes, the universe had to give me a big slap in the face, a big wake-up call, or let's better say I gave myself that slap in the face because I acted from a very low level of consciousness and even lower vibration. But in a sense, even back then, I slowly but steadily formed these pictures in my mind that, of course, then once I stumble upon the power of the law of assumption, the power of me being a deliberate creator, the power of manifesting my dreams, that's when I made these pictures even clearer, and when I dove even deeper into these beautiful feelings of what it would feel like if that was my reality. And if you, for example, are also struggling with your financial reality and you want to use your imagination as a gateway of reality in order to create a new abundant reality for you, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance. That's affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance, or you simply click on the first link in the description in order to find out more about my 6-week Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, where we will have 6 one-on-one coaching sessions together, and you will also get unlimited WhatsApp support and WhatsApp mentoring completely for free, and amazing bonuses. You will also get that for free. And if you go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance, you can find out what awaits you in each of the 8 weeks, and you can then also decide for yourself if you're ready to completely shift your reality to a more abundant reality. And always remember what Neville Goddard says at the end of the quote that I shared with you at the beginning of this episode. By imagination, we have the power to be anything we desire to be. And this is something that I've experienced for myself. I mean, there was a time when I logically understood it and where I thought, yeah, that sounds nice. I mean, yeah, we can be anything we want. Yeah, that's great. But does it really work? But nowadays that I've experienced this transformation in my own life, And I'm now blessed to witness this transformation with so many of my coaching clients. I 100% believe that we can be anything we desire to be. And that's something that I wanted to share with you today. And I also want to very briefly let you know that if you want to find out more about my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, which is a very detailed audio course with hypnosis, practical exercises, and detailed lectures so that you can master every aspect of manifesting your dreams, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/mastery. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.